Navigating housing in the United States. Overview. When you arrive in the United States, you should be aware that your housing may not look like housing you have seen on television shows, in films, or in advertisements. Most people in the U.S. live in modest small homes and apartments. It is also important for you to know that there is a housing shortage in the U.S., and not enough homes are available for those seeking housing, especially affordable homes. Understanding your first housing in the U.S. When you arrive in the United States, you might be placed in temporary housing, like a hotel, university campus housing, or furnished apartment. Temporary housing is often in a convenient location and has basic furniture, cooking utensils, laundry facilities, and other amenities. You might stay in temporary housing for weeks or months while you find permanent housing. Whether your first housing is temporary or longer term, you and your family will be welcomed with a familiar meal, and the kitchen will be stocked with some basic food items. Your home will also have personal hygiene and household cleaning supplies. Finding long-term housing. Housing in the United States is often expensive, and finding a safe, clean, and affordable place to live can be difficult. Realistic expectations and compromise are necessary when searching for long-term housing in the U.S. Location, size, convenience, and comfort must align with your monthly income. Housing costs will be the largest part of your monthly expenses wherever you live. You will have a limited income when you first arrive in the United States. The first housing you can afford might not match all your expectations. If you were in temporary housing during your first weeks in the U.S., like a hotel or Airbnb, your longer-term housing might not be as nice as your temporary housing was. In time, you can find better housing as your income, credit score, and savings increase. Becoming familiar with the housing search process in your community can also make it easier to find future housing that meets your needs. If you struggle to find affordable housing in the U.S., you are not alone. There is an affordable housing crisis in all 50 states, affecting not only refugees and other newcomers, but also U.S. citizens. Identifying your housing needs. Before starting your housing search, you should identify your housing needs. These are the things that you must have when finding housing. To help identify these needs, consider your budget to know how much you can afford for rent, and be sure to understand what additional costs might be involved. If you rent a home, consider any additional monthly costs, like utilities or insurance. Think about the size of the home you need, including the number of rooms and parking options for your vehicle. Ask yourself if the location meets your family's needs. For example, consider travel to work and school, and if public transportation is available. If you or someone in your family has accessibility needs, make sure your housing can meet those needs. Assess the safety of the neighborhood and make sure there are emergency services like police and a hospital or clinic nearby. Every family is different and has different needs. These questions can help you identify your or your family's unique needs and understand what home is best.